on or something?
I have to use voice meter to make this thing pick up audio, so I don't know what it's doing yet. It's not working well at all.
Are we on yet?
It's stretching my face and Ricky's face and everything for some reason.
I'm not even moving. I'm lagged. I'm crashed.
No, you're there.
Okay. Yeah.
Steve, does your computer have ghosts in the blood?
It definitely has.
Yeah,
ghosts
it definitely
in its
needs to take cocaine for that ghost in its blood.
No, cocaine.
I think it took too much cocaine.
Heroin.
Oh, that's right.
You need heroin to get rid of ghosts in the blood.
That's right. It's heroin for ghosts in the blood.
Yes.
That's right. It's cocaine for any kind of aches or pain or anything like that, or depression.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Sneezing, cocaine.
Yeah, no cocaine. Yeah.
You got the farts, definitely cocaine.
Cocaine. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like I should probably listen and make sure this audio is all right.
I mean, you got any kind of STD, just rub a bunch of cocaine on that shit.
Before we do anything.
I mean, that can't make it worse.
I mean, it's not. You're probably not going to feel anything after that either.
All right, I think you're streaming right now.
I don't know. I think Steven's looking at it.
Sounds good to me, Steve.
Or we're just vamping over here.
Yep, sounds fine. I just heard myself again, and it started to freak me out.
All
right. Hey, guys.
Who's that?
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hab Gaming, and welcome back to another Hab Gaming stream. Hopefully with less ghosts in our blood. This week, I'm joined by
Darth Erik.
Kelly.
Yeah, nice.
And Rick.
You don't want to be Kylo Erik or some weird bullshit like that?
Ew, dude. No.
with your high nipples and your pants all the way up underneath them.
Star Wars. I mean, he became like the ultimate fart face when he's like, I'm going to kill the coolest guy in Star Wars.
Erik would have a lightsaber
I hate
chainsaw.
you, Dad.
He has dad issues for sure.
Yeah,
that should have been a stepdad to hate him that much.
This week we watched Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, directed by J.J. Abrams, written by Lawrence Kasdan, J.J. Abrams, and Michael Arndt. I feel like I didn't write that right down. Right.
You did it. You missed one. Member berries.
Member berries.
Yeah, member berries.
They definitely.
Member berries really hit hard in the third one more than I think for this first one, but they hit pretty hard in this first one.
Yeah.
Written by Lawrence Kasdan. I already said that. Starring Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, and Oscar Isaac. IMDb synopsis: a new threat to the galaxy rises. Rey, a desert scavenger, and Finn, an ex-stormtrooper, must join forces with Han Solo and Chewbacca to search for the one hope of restoring peace. So what you guys think?
Well, it's okay. I seen this in theaters with Erik when it came out, and I have lots of holes and pockets of stuff I don't understand of the whole series.
You know what was really funny to watch you watch it the first time and then this time?
Why?
You fell asleep both times.
Yes, one was in the theater where it was nice and cold, and this time I was high and only fell asleep like the last half hour. So I think that's improvement because I focused more.
It's definitely an improvement.
Yeah. No,
yes,
definitely.
thank you. Because last time it was like, 5 minutes starting, honk you.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
It was, guys. It was at 2:30 in the afternoon.
They said it way too cold. It's not my fault.
That's sleep temperature.
You know?
Kelly goes into hibernation.
So every year, like just winter comes around, Kelly's like, you know what? I think it's about time to go and hibernate again. I'll see you in a couple months, Erik.
Well, it's a combo of like cold and warmth. Like if I'm in a car and he has the heater on because it's like snow on the ground, but he's like just hot enough where he needs a little bit of air. Oh, I'm out. So
yeah, I like to roll with the window down. Not psycho where the window's all the way down, but I like to hear what's going on with the rig, so I like to have it down a little bit. I don't know why. I feel like I hear stuff better. Like if the belt falls off, or
totally,
a tire's gonna fall off, or
the engine
other
comes out.
things falling.
They're gonna
off.
fall off.
Yeah,
like the Millennium Falcon, everything falling off of it, right?
Oh yeah, dude, that ship is tough as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
They crashed into mountains, trees, goblins, the jet storm, everything.
Hit a ship.
Going.
Yeah. And pretty much all they had to do to get the fucker started was the equivalent of spraying some part cleaner in the carburetor. Like that's literally all they had to do to get the fucker up right after it's been sitting there just junked for fucking years and years and years. It's just pretty much just like, I'll just spray a little bit of extra fucking go juice in there and crank her over. It'll fucking go. Don't worry about it.
You know what?
This is gonna make it go.
I just realized something. I think that having a Wookiee in there has an extra benefit, which is mice smell that and are like, hell no.
Yeah.
Fuck that. They're like, do I smell a fucking Wookiee? Oh, hell no. No. Because, Wookiees eat mice. Hell no. No. Because, Wookiees, they definitely eat mice.
Yeah.
I think I heard myself for a second.
You did. You can apparently hear everything on my fucking desktop. So that's weird. I think
It's
that's
really,
what was causing
it's only if
the
I'm really
repeat.
loud. So, yeah. Anyhow, what was I saying again?
Something about Wookiees eating rats.
Wookiees eating rats. I mean, it'd be
Yeah,
one of those
Wookiees-
monkey rats that Jabba eats all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but a Wookiee would just fuck one of those.
Do you think Baby Yoda would like one of those?
He would definitely eat one of those. He eats frogs and shit like that. Why wouldn't he eat a monkey rat?
Oh. So why don't we ever
Yeah.
see Yoda just like full on, just like sitting there, just like in like his Master Jedi chair, just like sitting there, just like
Well, we don't see Yoda eat at all through the
eating
whole
fucking
thing.
frogs and shit.
Yeah, he doesn't eat anything through the whole thing. You know that mother. Oh, maybe we do see him making food when Luke gets there on Dagobah.
Yeah, it was like a stew, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's probably tons of frogs in that thing because
Oh,
it's
God, yeah.
Dagobah. man.
Yeah, I know. He's just like,
It's
I
like
fucking love
It's
frogs.
frogs and fucking swamp moss or whatever.
I feel
some
like
roots.
the whole reason you don't see Yoda's ship is because it's hidden around the corner and it's got like 18 of those frog people from the Mandalorian in it. And he just spends all of his time eating their eggs. He has a chicken farm, but with frog people.
Yeah.
Because he's
I
a
can-
fucking psycho. That
Well,
and he
I mean,
loves to
Yoda-
eat the
well,
crushed dreams
yeah.
of his Jedi Academy.
Well, I mean, Yoda is honestly, the mastermind behind, Palpatine and everything like that. Like, Palpatine is nothing more than just a genetic creation of Yoda. And Yoda is actually the Master Sith throughout everywhere. And when he died training Luke, because he wanted Luke to fight Vader and Palpatine because he wanted to create like a brand new Sith to help take over everything. And he was expecting Luke's a fucking whiny little bitch. Like, there's no way he's gonna be able to fucking resist the fucking dark side. Like, seriously, like, look at this fucking kid. He fucking sucks. Like, look at his dad. Like, his dad fucking sucked. Like, his dad's still bitching. It's like his kid's gonna be the exact fucking same. So, but yeah, his plan obviously backfired. And he disappeared. After he died. And then he's just out there, controlling Palpatine and shit. I mean, because like, well, how do you think Palpatine's back? Like like Vader killed him. It's just Yoda made a new Palpatine.
Ricky, I think you're exactly right. And when Activision Blizzard starts writing the next Star Wars game, you just described exactly what they're going to do.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Because this is
this
is just as bad as the jailer shit from WoW.
Yoda
100%.
is just preparing for the bigger bad that's actually coming. He's not the big
Yeah,
bad.
you
Yeah.
fucking nailed it. Dude.
You know what's really
That's
funny is
exactly
that-
what we got.
That's actually the Star Wars story. Like, the reason for all the shit that the Emperor is doing is because he's preparing for stuff from the outer regions or the wild space or whatever. I mean, they kind of cut out the Yuzan Vong, but they have
Stupidly.
Yeah, they have new creatures that aren't as cool as Yuzan Vong, but still, they're all right. I can't remember what the fuck their names are right now, but it's all in the Thrawn
Starts with a
books.
G, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I don't
But
remember
it's
what it is.
it's all in the Thrawn books, and he's been prepping for all this shit, and that was besides just controlling the universe.
So
and all
why
that
didn't he
stuff.
just like tell people this?
Because he also wanted to control the universe.
Yeah, but see, he could have used that as a much better cover.
I mean, it
to
would have been a
control
good
the
idea to
universe.
get people to enlist and stuff like that. Because if you say there's an outsider coming to get you, then more people are not going to fight
Exactly.
each other. They're going to get ready for the outsider.
Exactly, and that would
Well,
be that. And I feel like that right there would be a much better means of gaining control of everything, because obviously, like the guy who fucking warns everyone probably knows the most about this shit. Like, he's running it good. Like, he's already like got everything going now. Like that would be the perfect way for him just to be able to control everything, and then he can also, do, the whole Yoda thing, die, and then, just play as the the Shadow Master, with his little puppets, controlling things. People think like, oh, like these are our voted, people in control. They're not, they're all under Palpatine's control, or Yoda's control, sorry,
Yeah.
and, I mean, that's just the way it goes, I mean.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that that would have worked out that well because everybody knows the best way to get soldiers is just take babies from birth.
Yeah, that's what they did with Finn.
Yeah, Finn did. That's what happened to Finn. It happened in Game of Thrones. They were the best soldiers.
Halo,
yeah. I mean, everybody knows that's the case. So Finn, he's like in his first battle, which I have. This is the first time I've caught him saying that in the movie.
This is his first real fight.
Yeah, he's like in my first battle, which was the one we seen with the Max von Sydow. I don't know his name in the show. Where Crybaby stops the blaster bolt shooting at him. Yeah,
which is really cool.
So, well, yeah, that's the coolest. I mean, I'm not going to say it. I think that's probably one of the coolest Star Wars force powers.
I mean, it's right up there with when Vader fucking just takes Han's blaster shot in the hand and just fuck off and then pulls it from his hand.
No, yeah, basically.
Yeah, that shit was pretty sweet too.
Well, because Vader pretty much did that, like what Kylo Ren did, but I mean, I think that Kylo Ren is actually even stronger than Vader. Like at that point, you know what I mean? He just doesn't realize it.
Not even close. No,
he's just got different abilities.
Yeah,
he's got different stuff.
He's not even. I mean, I hate to say it, guys. Look. This is really easy. Do you guys see any universe where Rey is going to be able to stand up to Vader at all? No. In any way, shape? No. Hell no. Like
no. What I'm saying is that Kylo has different abilities from Vader. He's not as strong as Vader, but the reason he's able to stop that blaster bolt in the middle of the air is because he just has different force abilities. Because the force comes to the people, to Jedi and Sith differently. Different force users have different powers. Some of them can fucking see in the future way better than others, and all that shit. Some can do the fucking Force Ghost thing because not everybody can Force Ghost.
No, some can fucking read people's minds way better.
And it was I think it was pretty new when it happened, at least newly rediscovered when Obi-Wan and all those and Qui-Gon did that shit. So.
Yeah, Qui-Gon, I think, was maybe the first one, or at least the first one in such a long time. They didn't know how to do it since ages past.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be like right now if somebody's like, hey, I figured out how to make Roman cement.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not force power. That's like a cool building technique.
No, or,
hey, guys, I figured out how to make
fucking last fucking centuries.
Yeah. Obviously. But I mean, it's just cool that like somebody in the past knew how to do shit better than we do. And we have fucking computers.
We still can't figure out how the fuck they did it.
No. So what's cool, I don't know. I just think that the whole Kylo Ren thing, my biggest complaints on the movie, I like Rey as a character. I think the whole scene with her in the woods should have been different. I'm totally fine with her fighting against what's his name and then doing that, like figuring that out right away, and then maybe even the using the Force to tell Daniel Craig to leave his gun there on the ground and stuff.
Yeah.
But the whole like I'm just gonna be badass at saber fighting. No, come on, like they should have had her like get an arm chopped off or something. Or
hold on though. Finn doesn't know how to fucking fight. He held his own against Kylo Ren.
Well, I mean, he is a storm,
yeah, but he fucking knows how to use a blaster.
Well,
he knows how to use a blaster.
It would seem like it would make sense to train the stormtroopers in everything.
So, like, that would, I guess, prepare her a little bit better for using a saber.
Yeah, she's trained to use not trained, but she's used a hand-to-hand weapon.
Exactly. Like,
a lot more than Finn
and
has.
I mean, I mean, honestly, though, I mean, they probably all get some kind of, like, basic weapons training, and they just figure out, okay, like, what weapon does this particular fucking person use better? You know what I mean? So, like, Finn probably had, like, the basic introduction to, you know, like a staff or some kind of vibroblade or even something like that he would be able to, you know, be a little more accustomed to, like, okay, how does a fucking saber fucking work? So he knows, like, hey, like, watch my follow through swing, otherwise I'm gonna chop my own fucking leg off or some shit. You know?
I mean, really, what I think it comes down to is I don't think Kylo Ren's a very good sword fighter.
No, I don't think he fucking is either. I think
how
he's
the
more.
fuck is he supposed? Like, how bad of a job is Snoke doing that this clown gets his ass kicked by somebody who I'm 90% sure picked the lightsaber up for the first time ever?
Well, you see, the thing is,
then.
I don't think Snoke wanted him to be fucking good. I think it was kind of like the whole what is that fucking kung fu movie?
Kung Pao?
Yeah,
he
Kung
trained
Pao,
himself badly.
where he trained it to be bad, thinking
guy.
it's good because his actual goal is going to be Rey. And Luke Skywalker, look at that fucking dipshit. He didn't know how to fucking sword fight,
dude.
Fucking,
if you
know,
would have
at
seen
all.
Mandalorian, wouldn't be saying that because he's fucking awesome with the lightsaber in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, but during this fucking shit there, he was not.
Well,
during
he was,
during this
being
is like far beyond.
It's like 30 years later,
yeah.
25 years later.
Yeah.
So.
Like Luke would have been way better than he was even in the Mandalorian at that point. So
I don't know. One of the things that bothered me too is generally when dark side people are hurt, they're better than when they're
he
not
should be
hurt.
better. He should have been better.
He should have been like
his force should have been like
blasting trees in half.
Oh yeah, his force power should have been like fucking tenfold when he got hurt. Like,
no, I mean everything gets more powerful.
Well,
all their strength.
Yeah,
because they get filled up with the dark side. It's fucking tight as shit. So I don't know why they couldn't have done that. I don't know. I feel like it was a plot device to kind of get us invested in her as a lead, and instead of doing like normally the hero's journey follows like a pattern, which is like they start out, then they get their ass kicked, then they regroup, then they attack, and then they win. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how almost every single hero's journey ever plays out. I think the movies would have been better had they stuck to that. I also think a better movie would have been Han talking Kylo into going with him, and then Rey maybe falling into the dark side.
Well, instead they shoehorn that into the last movie, where the ghost of Han Solo somehow talks him into, going to the light side.
Yeah,
which,
because fucking Han Solo's not a fucking force user at all.
No, Han's a little bit. No, dude, Han has this is canon too. Han has a smidgen of force ability. He's not a Jedi. He's so
good at like piloting and shit. Yeah. He has a bit
instead of being like 20,000.
He has a bit more of the whole like predictive ability.
No, he might be. Yeah, he might be about the same as Poe. He's got a little bit of because like I've got
Poe's
a bad
have
feeling.
Some fucking force powers.
Oh, dude, did you see
that motherfucker's an amazing pilot.
They should have just completely fucked off on most of this movie and just had movie where Poe learns how to fucking fly up airplane or whatever the fuck it's called, and then had him get better, and then just fucking like have
crop duster.
Yeah, I mean, well, wouldn't it, like here's an idea for a Star Wars movie, right? This is one we haven't seen. Why not focus it on a non-Jedi guy? Who, like, for instance, we could have Poe at the Rebel Academy where he really struggles. He can't fucking do it. It's like it's super hard for him. And then he gets in a gunfight, and all of a sudden, like a bunch of champions, when the pressure's on, it just clicks on, and he's like just hammering everybody. Or he gets his ass kicked, comes back to it. Then you get that badass montage scene, and then he comes back, and then you could see him like, maybe like we could have a 20-minute space fight where they're going around asteroids and having all kinds of cool explosions.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking sweet. Instead, we've got the episode, a New Hope, but rehashed with a different character, and then not even having the hero's journey. It's just she shows up and is the best, which doesn't make for a good movie. It's and I think that Daisy Ridley did a good job being an interesting character. Aside
no, she did.
From that.
Like honestly, like I did like her acting in the movie. Like I felt like okay, like she has a lot of really good potential to be a good Star Wars, protagonist. Like she actually does. It's just I feel that they just kind of they put her story together sloppily. You know what I mean? They just
Yeah,
this is a
dude.
fucking cool. They just kind of had like a fucking huge hat in the middle of the room with a bunch of just random ideas, and they just started pulling out different Star Wars ideas and just like, okay, now how can we fucking mash all this together?
I think it would have come together better if we would have had the trilogy directed by one person and written by one group of people or whatever, instead of having it
Jon
three different
Favreau.
groups. Because
It
what we
should have
had
just
was we had
been
3 movies
Jon
that were supposed to be a
fucking Favreau.
trilogy, and it was just a smattering of shit. And then the middle guy was like, I don't fucking like your shit. I'm gonna get rid of all of that. And then they made that movie for some reason instead of just going, fuck off, dude, we need to redo this and take another couple of years because you decided that you weren't going to follow this trilogy. You were going to make your own movie. If you want to make your own movie, maybe make your own movie, and make something on the side. Don't make a fucking middle trilogy movie and then decide to throw everything away.
But we'll talk about the middle trilogy movie when we get to it.
Well, this is super simple. Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni should have
Or both.
actually both of them put together. Should have written the 3 of
Did
them.
you say Dave Baloney?
Dave Filoni.
They should have.
Okay,
Dave
I
Filoni. They should have
I
got-
totally heard Baloney.
Listen,
Cowboy Hat Man.
David P. Baloney should have done this. Okay. And then they should have got like some real nerds, like got a couple of them who can keep their trap shut, and then been like, "What do you think?" Because if you would, the female protagonist, which everybody in the media is like, they don't like it because of the woman. It's like, no, the whole the story sucked. She did a great job.
It centers
If they
around
would
the
have had
fact that they're
her-
a female and not just the fact of like, oh, this is what's happening to them. It's like, instead of
Yeah.
like focusing on like, oh, is this person a male or a female? Fucking throw that concept out the fucking window. It doesn't matter if they're a male or female. Just make sure that their fucking story is fucking good and people are gonna like
the
it.
story at least did a good job of not focusing on what sex she is. It just didn't follow the normal hero's journey archetypal story that everybody seems to respond to. Everybody likes the story of somebody going out into the world, getting the shit kicked out of them, coming back, doubling down on their work, getting more badasser, and then going back out there and then more badassery all over the face of whoever fucking beat their ass the first time, and then they win. That's a good story. It works. It works in a ton of ways on tons of stories. I mean, for Christ's sakes, Ricky Bobby has that. Okay, like and Ricky Bobby's a dumb idiot, and he's fucking entertaining as hell. And this lady here, if she would have had that basic story. Because, like, this first movie should have just been her getting the fucking shit kicked out of her. Then the second should have been her training with Luke.
Yeah, and getting badass.
And them not killing Han Solo. Like, they shouldn't have killed Han Solo. That was fucking stupid. I don't know why they did that. Like, drunk idiots or something.
I think it's honestly because freaking Harrison Ford didn't want to do this anymore.
It might be.
What if... like I said, the second movie the guy just kind of fucked off. What if this was actually supposed to be Finn's whole story? Because that's what happens to Finn. Finn leaves, gets his ass kicked, and then becomes a badass in the end. At the end of the whole trilogy thing. Maybe this is just
and the
Finn's
second
story
one is him
that they fucked up in the
more
middle.
badass.
I wish
the
they
second
would
one,
have done
focuses
that.
around Finn getting more badass.
Yeah.
It really does.
I thought that what was going to happen is she was going to do whatever, and then at the end of it, when he got his ass kicked, he was going to learn how to use the Force.
Well, yeah, because they hint at it in the third one.
Yeah.
Where he wants to tell her something, but then never gets a chance to because they're like, well, we have too many Force people. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that last one, but
So they should have just. They should. That's actually would have made a better story because Finn is also a great character. He's a likable dude. It was nice to see the guy who just like grabbed her hand and drug her the fuck out of danger.
I think
that was cool.
I think he's relatable with the fact that it's like the later movies we see him. He's like, I'm fucking out of here. I don't want to be part of this thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are like that. They're like, I don't want to fucking be part of this. I just want to go live a life. It's a little more relatable with that shit. But then he's got to go back and save his friends and stuff. So they just
and it would have.
They just fucked it on that middle movie. So
well, the guy that they had direct the second one might be a fine director, but he
Yeah,
should
he would have been fine on a side
directing
like a
Star
side
Wars.
movie.
Yeah.
I think he would have been
Yeah.
fine directing the Star Wars. He's just not part of the trilogy.
Not that. No, I mean, that's it. Not they need to just stick. Honestly, they would have been the best. I mean, could you guys imagine? Like, all right, just say fuck the characters that are in this. Like, they're not in the movies at all. How badass would a fucking 3-movie Mando deal been?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have even just taken a bunch of the stories from the fucking Mandalorian and made a movie out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, or you know, if they would maybe change up a little bit of Boba Fett, they could have a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah.
They could, there's the Cobb Vanth guy. There's a ton of dudes they could have a Star Wars movie.
just-
I
I mean,
think
like,
Poe
honestly,
Dameron?
like, I would love to fucking see
Yeah.
it be like a
Poe
General
Dameron
Grievous
would have been
movie.
fucking cool.
You know what I mean? Like, you get to
Grievous
see
would be
fucking
cool.
General Grievous's
But then-
fucking story.
Yeah, they weren't looking for a back in time.
Like, that'd
thing
be
with that,
fucking
though.
badass, though. You
Yeah.
know, like,
I mean-
to go through and, like, actually see, like back when he was an actual human being.
He
And
wasn't a human.
oh, he wasn't? What was
Yeah,
he?
he was
No,
a
he was
Kalish.
Okay,
He's
whatever
like
the fuck he was.
He's like a lizard
Kalish-
man.
Yeah, but back when he was,
Yeah.
you know, fucking
You guys
flesh and
not hear me?
blood, pretty much,
No, I can hear you.
you know.
Oh, yeah,
And
Ricky, he's a member of the Kalish species.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got a really awesome story. If you ever read it on the Wikipedias, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, a movie about fucking him would be fucking badass.
I think at this point it'd have to be animated because Mace Windu takes a part in that, and he's a little too old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson's a little too old for
Yeah,
that.
they got fucking plenty of goddamn photoshopping techniques. They can make him look young.
I don't know. Well, actually, they did a pretty decent job with him in the Captain Marvel one, but they're kind of iffy in the Star Wars thing of whether or not they can do it right. So sometimes
Yeah, I
it's
know.
all
I've
right,
seen
sometimes
that
it's
video.
not.
There's like that YouTube guy who redid Luke's face better in like a day.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And you know, like when they redo guys like I like the way Cad Bane looks, but he looks better when they redo it because you know give him a skinnier face and stuff.
Yeah.
And shit like that, stuff from the animated
Cad Bane,
series.
that
So
fucking guy.
he's fucking awesome. Man.
He is, but god damn it, he's just like, what the fuck? He's like, he's always getting involved in like the fucking worst possible fucking points.
Yeah, that's his.
It's
That's
just
the
like-
point of him. He's,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a fucking
Fuck,
badass
dude,
man, and he
like,
comes in and just
Shit's
fucks
already
everybody
going
up.
bad, and then Cad Bane shows his fucking face, and you're like, and now bad goes to fucking worse.
Yeah,
this piece of shit.
Because he fucking comes in and fucks it all up, and just kicks everybody's ass. He's fucking trained to go after Jedi.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Like
he's
that's his
fucking-
whole deal. He fucking can't stand him, and you know,
Oh, yeah,
and
he's-
then fucking Boba takes him out.
Yeah.
you know, what'd be a fucking sweet ass movie? A movie where Cad Bane is paid to go after a Jedi. He finds the Jedi. The Jedi's somebody that he knows, that he likes. Like that was a kid in the back in the day that he helped.
Yeah,
And then Cad's like, oh no, you're not just going to get smoke checked by fucking Darth Vader. This isn't going to happen. Fuck that.
yeah,
And then they fight again, not maybe Darth Vader, but whoever. And then they fight those motherfuckers. And that'd be an awesome movie. Instead, we've got like basically Superman shows up and just kicks everyone's ass. And, you know, and you're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just fucking pick up a lightsaber against somebody who's been supposed to be like the same level of power in the Force as the other person. That's part of the story later on. And then just smoke check them. That doesn't like what? That's like a UFC fighter getting into a fight with somebody who's been in like 4 scuffles and then
I've
get his
heard that.
ass kicked by the guy with the 4 scuffles.
yeah.
It's not going to fucking happen. There's like a ton of stuff you learn about, you know, fucking with the other person, tricking them into stuff. It's like, even like first person shooters have some of that where there's just a ton of like stuff where you bait somebody around the corner, get them to like reveal themselves.
Well, I mean, like honestly, like the mass majority of it all is literally just trying to bait the other person and not get baited yourself.
correct.
Like
yeah.
that's, I mean, like that's literally what it is. Like both people are trying to bait each other, but yet try to avoid taking the bait of the other person's, you know, gambit there because it's just, and then you know whoever's fucking better at it or gets you know lucky wins. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
Also, you know, I guess, you know, a bit of, you know, strength comes into that as well, too. I mean, if you can just fucking just over fucking power someone's fucking block or whatever, and just like fuck that shit.
Yeah, that doesn't come into
get that
much
fucker
of
out
a
of my
factor.
house.
Doesn't come as much of a factor in with Force users and stuff like that because they can augment themselves so much. If somebody who's physically weaker but is stronger in the Force goes against somebody who's physically stronger but weaker in the Force,
Darth
they're
Yoda.
not going to have a problem with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at fucking Darth Yoda. I mean, he's a little fucking shit there,
Darth Yoda.
And yet he can fucking take on fucking what would be by his perspective giants.
Yeah,
but
he didn't do too great against Palpatine.
Well, that's because that was all a fucking play.
Yeah.
Although that was all a play.
Okay. Yeah,
he had to preserve his like innocence. That he's not doing this. So
what I think it was?
Had to lose. And that's just what it was, and that way it ensures that fucking like because everyone else, all the Story Jedi is like, holy shit, like even fucking Yoda couldn't beat this guy, like I ain't fucking with him. And so he's like, Yoda knows this, so he's like, yeah, okay, good. This is going to deter anyone from any of these other Jedi from wanting to personally seek him the fuck out. So that way I can just continue on with my plan here and have fucking my shadow puppet Palpatine go through and take over.
I mean, the nuts thing is like, anyways, this movie would have been totally. I like this movie as it is. I think it's a good movie. I obviously would like. As everybody who loves Star Wars would love to see this be the best that it could be, right? I still like the movie. I like her story as far as like getting abandoned there because, that would suck ass. And then her not just giving up. She's like trying her best and somehow making it go. This is the nicest part about her is she's not a giant piece of shit.
Yeah.
Now that right there is a rare thing. Most people, if they get abandoned at a young age and thrown to the wolves, are going to end up being pieces of shit in the sense that like having any compassion is going to not be much of a thing.
Yeah, and she drops everything to go help BB-8 and Finn.
Yeah,
with their thing. Granted, she wants to go right back to the fucking Jakku, but still.
Yeah,
she's ready to drop everything to go.
Help. And one of the things I did think was kind of funny about Finn is like, I don't want to be part of this thing. Okay, Poe, I'm going to break you out. Hold on, I can blow up all of these guys that I've known since I was a kid. Hell yeah, let's smoke check these guys. I was like, I
feel like if we watch a thing of like his past, I don't think he was treated very well by his stormtrooper buddies there.
No.
I think Captain Phasma fucking touched his wiener.
One too many times.
I mean, she's like over there being like, a giant hot thing with her fucking cool ass armor.
Yeah, I'm like,
but she probably touched his wiener.
Depends on when it happened, and if he was into it. So it's like, maybe all right, but was he of age and was he all right with it? Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably should have been, but
Well, I mean, like beans corrals,
I would have been into it.
Always, put in conflicting, feelings there. So
they're making a Rogue Squadron movie. It's going to be the not the old one, but it's like new recruits trained up. So,
all right.
Hopefully,
they need. I mean, Poe Dameron is a great character.
Yeah.
Here's the movie that I kind of was hoping to see when we're watching this, right? Because he's one of the first guys. I was hoping he gets rescued. Then he ends up there with Han Solo, and then he learns how to be a smuggler from Han.
Yeah.
Now that's the fucking movie right there, because Oscar Isaac is a fantastic actor, and in the first scene is basically doing a Han Solo like, "Oh hey, good to see you, buddy. Yeah. I didn't steal your money. That wasn't me. It's just a misunderstanding."
We really needed the Poe and Finn just movie, just them hanging out, doing their shit, doing crazy crap for the Resistance and stuff, because those guys worked really well together. I mean, we see it more in the next couple movies, but like they're just like fucking great together. It's like the buddy cop thing from the Mandalorian. I can't remember his name. The two guys, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the paperwork for this? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of shit. Yeah. We need that. We need that movie or that TV series, hopefully, and then we need a Finn and Poe, at least a series, a mini series, if we don't get a full movie out of that. So
yeah.
Because that'd be cool.
maybe they need to just get back to making buddy cop movies. Like that's another good one, right? They have the good cop and then the dipshit, and then the dipshit learns how to be a better cop, and the better cop learns how to loosen up,
Yeah.
and that's the buddy cop movie. It's great. They could have that. I don't know. I just think maybe. Oh, I mean, because like almost shot for shot, it's like a remake of the first one, and at some point it never. And the good part about it is it didn't hit me until the end of the movie, and I'm like, wait a second, I just watched fucking A New Hope again, almost. Like I'm pretty sure didn't Obi-Wan die in A New Hope?
Yes,
that's when he died, right? Yeah,
yeah.
There
He
you go.
did it to keep Vader from going after Luke and them.
Yeah, and then he said like, "I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine." I'm like, dude, you're a ghost. You can't really affect anything anymore. How are you?
No, he's one with the Force now.
Yeah, but he can't do anything.
You don't know that. Did you see what Yoda did as one with the Force? He fucking strikes lightning on a tree.
Yeah, but
that's pretty powerful, man.
Okay, no, dude, how much of their fucking issues could have been fucking solved if they all just ganged up and it's like, hey, yo, boom.
Oh yeah. I gotta
also
say,
made blast that torpedo go through the tube, right?
You guys gotta say though, if Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Ahsoka would have teamed up, they could have fucking smoked the Emperor and Vader.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just fucking boom, done, fucking out. So
stupid.
Exactly.
I totally agree. Like that, the whole way they did it. But it's the movie. Who the fuck knows? Actually, I don't know if they could have, because this is what would have happened, right? If they didn't go to Dagobah, being dumb, and then they're all in one planet, fucking Vader's gonna feel that shit from the other end of the galaxy. It's just gonna show up and be like, hey, see that spot right there? Blow that planet up. And the guy's like, but there's all those. Actually, no, it's the Empire. Can I take videos to masturbate to the death and destruction? You betcha.
Like,
okay,
honestly, like
that's more first order. Whatever. You're just spreading rebel lies about the Empire.
Exactly,
I mean,
and honestly,
no.
at the point
the Empire are the cable installers of the galaxy. They all have nipple flaps, and the second anybody starts to complain, I'm sorry.
That sounds like rebel propaganda to me. Is what I'm hearing right now. Sounds like rebel propaganda.
Anyway, so I think that would have been a cool movie, though. I don't know. I kind of like The Mandalorian. To be honest with you, the first season of The Mandalorian was the best Star Wars content of. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's the best Star Wars content that's ever been.
Yeah,
at least to this point.
Well, I mean, the fucking Mandalorian's fucking rifle is just the most badass fucking thing out there. I mean,
he fucking fist fights Jawas and shit. That's awesome. That's what I want to see.
Jawas are small.
But there's a ton of them, dude. You can't tell me that you haven't had at least one dream where you go to Willy Wonka's factory and then get in a sweet brawl with all those Oompa Loompas. All right, I've had that dream a bunch of times, and man,
Oompa Loompas just punting them across the building.
It makes me feel so good just to fucking kick the shit out of those little bastards. Oh, Oompa, calling me fat and all that shit. Fuck them. I'm going to kick their ass.
And little did Eric know that he actually sleepwalks. And last time he had that dream, he sleptwalked into a elementary school.
Just like a kid sleepover next door, and I'm just in there beating the shit out of little kids.
I'm just thinking of that part in Step Brothers where they go beat up all the kids.
I mean, I have seen Mexican wrestling. I'm gonna tell you right now, those Oompa Loompas would be a rough fight.
I mean, dude, like when they team up, dude, like when you get enough of them on you, bro, like,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, okay, like you could probably beat the shit out of like 5 5th graders. You know what I mean?
But, for sure. I just pick one up and swing them into the other ones.
Exactly, but like you get like 20 5th graders, like 20, 30 5th graders. Now your odds are looking a lot slimmer. You may not win that fight. There's a lot of them there. They could just bum rush you, and
if I get too many on me at once, I might go down.
That's what I'm saying.
Now,
you know what I mean?
The question is, can they actually hurt me enough to make me stop?
I mean, if enough of them are smart enough, and I think
if I have a cup
have
on
at least,
I don't think they can.
At least enough, enough brain cells between all of them to realize, like, hey, like we need to go for this guy's soft bits,
Well, Well, that's why I would have a cup and then some eye goggles on. You don't want to get hit with a bunch of fifth graders with their booger fingers to scratch your eyeball, and then it gets fucking infected and it falls out.
Well, you're also not a normal. I'm a human being, there, Eric. I mean, like your skull is like 2.5 inches thick of like fucking like goddamn adamantium there. Okay,
Yeah.
He's like Hammerhead from fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, like
Guys,
fucking nothing
I
gets
sent
through
you
that
that
fucking
picture.
skull of yours.
Yeah.
They had to add latex onto fucking the guy who played Thor in Oakeshield's head, and he still doesn't have the kind of forehead I do.
No,
And they added fucking latex, and he doesn't even have as thick eyebrows as I got.
Eric will honestly make the perfect
Fucked
alien.
up. Well, yeah,
He's got the perfect
they
head
should have
features
done.
for it. You know.
You know,
imagine?
the Jawas though have fucking blasters, so that's where you're like, you got a little different on the
Hell yeah.
Jawas and fifth graders. The fifth graders don't usually have blasters. Usually, depends on what planet you're on. If you're on Nalhada,
Depends
whatever.
on what neighborhood you go to with the fifth graders, buddy. I mean, definitely parts of the United States that are, you don't want to go fuck with those guys
That's what I'm
because
saying.
they have already been shooting.
Exactly.
They're like, let's do a bump and fuck this guy up, and you're like,
you go to the wrong side of the tracks, go to the wrong park. You know,
Yeah.
get into that wrong kindergarten.
Yeah,
You know, dude,
So-
like the kid's gonna pull
Well,
out their
what do
fucking no-cut scissors and fucking shank your ass. Don't ask me how they figured out how to cut someone with no-cut scissors, but those little shits fucking figured it out. All right.
Were you guys? That's good. Were you guys disappointed when like Leia hadn't learned any Force stuff?
Yeah, I mean, and they show her in the second one or the third one. Which one is it?
I think it's the third
I
one.
think it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think
Well,
it's
yeah,
the
one of the
third
other
one where they
ones,
show
though,
her in a
yeah.
flashback learning the Force stuff, and then you don't see her do it at all, except for in the next one. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have some shit to talk about in the next one. Motherfuckers killed my favorite character. Piece of shit. But yeah.
In the next one,
Yeah.
who's your favorite character? The lady, Laura Dern?
No. The fucking oh, you just fucked me up.
Tar Vizsla?
No, the fucking fish man.
Akbar?
What?
Akbar, Admiral Akbar. They
No
fucking kill him
way.
off.
He dies?
They kill him off screen.
Oh,
He
that's
doesn't even
bullshit.
get anything
Is
cool.
it the trap
They just
doesn't even get a fucking cool death?
yeah. You don't remember that when they blow
Oh.
up the bridge and Leia's out there. He is one of the people that dies in that
Oh,
thing.
I thought
They
he got
say
away.
no. They said Akbar died, and his son or
Bullshit.
whatever is in the next one as like the new leader of the fucking Moncal contingent of the whole thing. But like they fucking kill him off screen, and Leia's the only one who made it off the bridge.
That's
Yeah, she made it off the bridge. She's out in outer space.
Yeah, but she used the Force to keep her alive, apparently. That was a dumb motherfucking move, that whole second movie. But we'll talk about that next time because there's some dumb shit that happens in that thing where Laura Dern probably should have survived that whole thing, and Leia should have been the one to sacrifice herself because there's no fucking way Leia would have let somebody else.
Leia should have been jumping around doing fucking lightsaber shit.
She should have been.
She should have been out on the front of the ship deflecting the fucking turbo lasers with her lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like a real Jedi, not in there cowering like,
Exactly.
I'm going to say
Yep.
spicy
And then when she
thing."
would get done, she'd
Fuck
fucking
that.
go and flash her enemies her titties and be like, "Yeah, fucking suck on these bitches," because it's fucking Carrie Fisher and she's fucking strange like that.
I was glad. I think is it this one that we see Maz Kanata just fucking blasting people with a huge gun? Was that this one? Or was that this next one?
I think it's the second one.
I think it's the next one. I don't recall seeing her at all after
Yeah.
after they
After
landed.
the bar scene. Yeah, because there's like one where the temple gets attacked, and they're like, I think they talk to her over the hollow or something like that, but she's like blasting dudes over.
Yeah,
the
that's the
fucking
second one.
thing. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the second one.
I was like, man, just fucking get Maz Kanata out there to fucking blast some
Oh
dudes.
god, yeah, dude, she's fucking just fucking shit up.
She could see everybody with
Yeah.
those fucking eyes.
She's gonna fuck everything.
Maz Bubbles.
Yeah.
That's literally, okay, like
man, that's
literally,
true.
yeah, no, totally, like, It's like,
Holy fuck, Gray! You got to use that lightsaber.
That's why she likes Chewie so much. He's just a big
Yeah.
fucking kitty.
well, that's
Sam's
some fine
plant
fucking
is
kid
what
right
he
there.
is.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, if I get my hands on that Sam Squanch, I'm gonna get the bounty. So yeah, I don't know I thought this movie was, like a 4.5. Nah, it's like a 4.
I
Okay.
haven't got that part yet.
Oh, sorry. What do you guys think they could have done different with the movie? Like a specific scene or whatever that you guys would have really liked to see different.
Honestly, I mean, we see it in the later movies, but I think more Luke Skywalker would have been kind of cool. See more of that stuff, but we see it later on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I want to see more Han fucking blasting people with the fucking bolt caster because that's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That gave me my dad vibes really bad. My dad was one of those guys that he would just argue with you without. Okay, like you guys have heard the stories about me and croissants, right? I've never had one, and I'm like, oh, they're gross.
Yeah.
Okay, my dad was like that with other things. So it'd be like, this fucking thing is awesome. Oh, that's a piece of shit. Then he tries it. This fucking thing is great. Why didn't you tell me how good it was?
Yeah.
Just to kind of fuck with you. And I feel like knowing how those two interact, fucking Chewie that whole time is like, why don't you just use a bowcaster? That little bitch gun. What are you doing with that?
Using that dumb fucking gun that you got from fucking, what's his name, years and years ago. Use this cool ass bowcaster that just blasts people across the fucking room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Awesome. I mean, like I was telling Kelly, the fucking bowcaster fucking kicks ass in Battlefront.
Yeah, it does.
It fucking smoke checks everybody. It's like, oh shit, it's a Wookiee with a fucking bowcaster.
Like, honestly, like if I were a fucking stormtrooper going against fucking Wookiees, like the first thing I'd fucking do is I'd take off all the fucking goddamn armor. Because it's not going to protect me a goddamn bit, and it's making me fucking stand out. All right, I might keep the helmet on, but just smear that bitch with mud because it's got the tactical display.
The thing is that if you watch the clone stuff, the clones have for like jungle armor.
Yeah,
like they're shit. Like what is his name? The one that gets his head cut off by Yoda on the thing. When Order 66, it's like Grieve or something like that. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's wearing like jungle armor.
Oh, okay.
But the fucking Wookiees, there's no way you're gonna hide from any of them because they can still fucking smell you.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can at least make it hard for them to fucking see you, you have a little bit more of a chance of fucking surviving against those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like I said, the armor does nothing but fucking slow you down and make you stand out pretty much. So like,
unless you got Phasma armor, but then you're just basically reflecting everywhere because her armor actually deflects blaster bolts.
Yeah,
it would. I don't think it would deflect a bowcaster, but it would deflect a regular blaster, like if Han shot her.
Yeah,
that's the story, dude. Captain Phasma versus Finn. That would have been a badass fucking.
Well, that's what should have happened was more Phasma because they put this cool ass character in, and then she's out like right away.
Yeah.
And we're going to throw her in a fucking garbage compactor. There's no way that fucking tough ass bitch would have been like, okay, I'll turn the shields off. She would have been like, well, after you're done killing me. And then she'd go toe to toe with fucking Wookiee. And Han would be like, I've never seen this shit happen before.
That would be fucking awesome.
All of a sudden, Han's over there in the fucking closet with the goddamn fucking video recorder on. And I think he might be spanking it.
In the closet. He's in the closet with the slit, and in the video recording, you can hear the fight, and you can also hear like in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how the scene just cuts to in that fight. There, it was like, what the fuck?
What I'm thinking though, also, she fucking, if she goes toe to toe with Chewie, she takes the fucking helm off, throws it at him, flips his fucking gloves off like a fucking hockey player, and just rushes him. That'd be fucking great.
Yeah. That'd be fucking cool. I love that lady. I think she's a great actor.
Yeah.
She
should be more stuff.
Yeah, she does. So anyways, I don't know. I think that would have been awesome. Because Captain Phasma's like fucking pretty cool.
No, yeah.
And then Finn and honestly, seeing a Finn versus her first episode would have been awesome because we've never seen that shit before.
No,
we could have seen like him being a fucking stormtrooper, learning it out, being like, this fucking sucks ass, seeing his parents take money to sell him, because that's what fucking happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna give we're just gonna pay you, and then
it's the same. It's the same way that the Jedi got kids, also.
Yeah.
You know those motherfuckers were paying parents to take the kids.
Oh God, yeah.
I feel like the Jedi was such a prestigious thing. I think a lot of people would be like, wait, my kid's going to be one of those fucking sweet-ass Jedi guys? Hell yeah.
But what if there's a Force user in the fucking outer rim? There's no way those people are like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, we love the fucking Jedi. Because those people don't fucking like the Jedi.
No, they're
out there probably trying to get away from the Jedi. So those guys are
exactly.
definitely getting paid by the Jedi.
Exactly.
To
They have to
take
go
their
fucking
kids.
collect a bunch of gold or some shit and be like, hey, yo, like, I don't know what kind of fucking money you use out here, so this is probably valuable to you. So how about that for your fucking kid over there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think one of the interesting things that I really wish they would to do a better, I don't know, maybe a different job with was like, it was interesting to see that Kylo Ren was getting pulled back to the light, right? He could feel it.
Yeah.
So that means that the dark side pulls on the light side. So what it basically means is that these guys are like at an extreme end of the Force, and where they should be is in the middle and dabble in both sides, but keep themselves essentially in the middle there. And I think that end up with a much more like a devastating fighter, because like the dark side fucks them up when they're in it all the time.
The other thing is that the Force is going to constantly try to balance itself. So if you have like one like super powerful fucking light side user out there, the Force is pretty much just going to be like, okay, well that's not balanced, and you're going to end up with some super fucking powerful fucking dark side dude out there. Whether he's like a Sith trained or not, that's just what the Force is going to fucking do just to balance itself out. So like if you want to avoid having super powerful fucking Sith, you have to avoid having super powerful fucking Jedi. That's the only way to find the balance and to avoid the whole Sith Jedi thing there would be to literally have like gray Jedi. That would be it. Like you would have to have people that are like in the center.
I really think that the being so focused on the one side robs you of power. I don't think that like Emperor Palpatine's badass, but I think if he would let himself live in the middle, then he could use stuff from the light side, because there's pretty good shit on that side too, and the hardcore dark side stuff. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but these guys who were using the dark side end up pretty fucked up.
No, they do.
Right? And the light side guys end up where I think part of the like the light side poisoning is they end up like officious assholes, like fucking Yoda.
Yeah.
Because I mean Yoda couldn't do shit. Like, you know, he goes like Mace Windu's out there fucking busting heads, and part of his technique with lightsabering is to dip into the dark side of the people that he's fighting and steal from that, and then use it against them, and that keeps him a little closer to the middle. And it would be better. I don't know. I would love to see like an Ahsoka, like in the Ahsoka series, to see her learn the balance and be like the actual gray Force user that the galaxy should be using, where they're in the middle.
Which is why we need Mace Windu back for that fucking series. Her going back to Coruscant, Windu fucking, you know, probably stopping bad shit from happening in the lower levels of Coruscant.
Fucking badass robot hands.
She hears about some crazy shit happening down there, and then goes down and then finds out it's fucking Mace Windu, and then bam, we've got like him training Ahsoka for a little while, trying to make her a better lightsaber user. So
What'd be cool is to see Mace Windu training Luke in how to use a little bit of the dark side.
Yeah.
And that would really, because like,
I think Luke's too afraid of the dark side to even want to attempt that.
Well, I mean, that's the reason he cuts himself off from the Force.
Yeah. I think he's far too afraid of it to fucking...
That's the whole Jedi's problem is it's like, okay, the dark side is kind of like candy, right? And the light side's like good old-fashioned good eating, right? Oh yeah, it's fucking great. But here's the thing: that candy's always over there, going like, "Hey, you want some of me?" And if you've never had it before, you want to see a kid get fucked up. You have a kid who's never had a fucking cupcake before, and you give that kid a giant piece of cake. That kid is gonna be fucking blowing shit up in the backyard. Okay, they don't know what the hell's going on. So that's the problem: is these light side guys. They get tempted, they try it, and they're like, "Whoa, this is fucking tits. I'm never going back." Because the dark side's it's like candy. It's tempting, right? Mm-hmm. And what would be better is if when they're learning how to be Jedi, instead of doing all this weird ass shit, they should teach the guys how to dip into that and then come back from it with and around other Jedi when they're young so they can learn how to deal with the fucking temptation of it. And if it turns out that they're like the equivalent of like a drug addict where they're just not going to be able to handle that temptation, then that's when you go, okay, you're not cut out to be a fucking Jedi, buddy. I'm sorry. That if the dark side gets a hold of you, you're going to be somebody we can't deal with.
Yeah.
And they can weed the kids out. And instead of having these kids who've, like I've said, have never even eaten a fucking cupcake before, not to mention like the whole anti-emotion stuff, like the dark side is all about like passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to fuck a guy up, like you take a fucking 15-year-old boy who's never been all that passionate about anything, you give him all the fucking hormones of a 15-year-old and then have a girl who says yeah, let's do it. That fucking kid's a menace.
Could take down the fucking emperor himself.
So,
yeah, because like he's consumed by his lust
wet.
for the girl. That's what the dark side is, and they need to like
in the old Republic, not old Republic stuff, but the High Republic stuff. They talk about that kind of stuff where the connection or the what is it called? The I guess the connection stuff. Like the Jedi are definitely banging each other because and it's not frowned upon. It's more they just can't be connected. And like you said, it's going to be pretty hard for a fucking teenager not to get connected with that kind of shit. But because there's one of the main characters in the thing, him and one of the other main characters were banging as kids and stuff like that all the time. When I say kids, I mean 18, 19 kids.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. I'm old, all right. And they talk about that. And dude's still, nailing ladies that are like senators and shit like that. So they're not stopping them from doing it. It's just
Doing what Obi-Wan
the connection
should have been
part. Obi-Wan was doing it. He almost left the order for fucking the mayor, or not mayor, the governess of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Of Mandalore. So
no shit.
Yeah. He was gonna leave because of for her, and then he decided to stay duty and all that stuff. It's all in the Clone Wars thing. It was when they made the Mandalorians wusses.
Oh, that's just
Yeah,
that's
and she was the leader of the wussy Mandalorians. But yeah, so they had a thing, and then Anakin's making fun of Obi-Wan about that shit because I think he's probably been ribbed quite a few times about him and Amidala. So.
Yeah. Obi-Wan the whole time is like, here's the thing. How do they not know that's I don't know. Like I said, I just think that the whole idea of not being attached is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not exactly true. Like, if they're all psychopaths, it's fine. They're okay. Right? But that's also going to be a weird, fucked up situation. Right? It's like, I don't know if that's going to be the Jedi that you want. Like, what you want more is like the Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Right? And one of Qui-Gon's backstories is he's in love with this lady. I think the lady gets killed. And then he goes and he's almost full dark side and he pulls himself back. Now, he still smokes the guy or whoever killed the person, but he doesn't go into the dark side. And he's like, well, that sucked. It's like Butters, right? I mean, Butters is like, if you don't have love, then then you can't. If you don't have sadness, you can't have any love.
Yeah.
It's balance. That's what balance is.
But
right?
George Lucas doesn't know what balance is. He doesn't know the meaning of that word.
That's because he's a weird ass. He's a fucking Moncal with disguise.
I always thought he was a fucking Hutt, but maybe he's a Hutt Moncal hybrid. And yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. All right. What rating did you guys give this?
I gave this movie 4 stars. And Kelly gave it 3 stars.
I think you gave that too many stars for Kelly.
That's what she told me to give.
Oh, okay. All right. Fergie?
I'll go 4 stars.
Man, all right. I'm gonna go 4 stars then. Next week's movie is Eric's Choice. What are you gonna choose?
I'm choosing a 1980s classic childhood favorite of mine, Mr. Mom.
Nice, Mr. Mom.
It's free on YouTube.
Free on the YouTubes. All right, guys. Next week we're gonna watch Mr. Mom. Also, this is the beginning of our Star Wars week, so check out more Star Wars content this week. I believe tomorrow I'll be playing some Star Wars Lego Star Wars Skywalker saga. Maybe joined by Ricky. We'll find out. And then Tuesday, Wednesday we'll be playing some Squadrons, and then we're gonna try to get Battlefront to work. Battlefront 2, the new one. So we'll see if we can get that to work.
You guys gonna try to do that on the Xbox or on?
I don't think I own it on the Xbox, so it's gonna have to be on the PC.
Okay.
I'll find out if it's. I'm hoping it's cross-platform, and maybe we can get Ricky in there too, because I don't think we're gonna get Jason on either one of these. So. And then on Thursday, probably take a break. Same with Friday, and then we'll do Mr. Mom on Sunday next week. So we'll see. We'll try to get as much Star Wars content in this week as we can. That's going to be it, though. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/TurgorPlays, and youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can follow us on Twitter @HAP Gaming. Follow me on Twitter @Turkadur. Follow Eric
On Twitter @Quick and Severe.
Follow Ricky.
On Immigrant @Lucian92.
You can follow Kelly.
She's not
On
here.
TikTok @Mama.Muffins and on Instagram @Muffins08.
That's Eric's cuted.
Oh,
Do it.
okay.
Yeah. You can follow Jason on Twitter @Unbelievable1. You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky @HAPgaming.com. Each one of those names individually @HAPgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I'm saying in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/TurkerPlays. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys this week as we do some more Star Wars content. And go enjoy some Star Wars this week for Star Wars week. Star Wars. How many times can I say Star
Hell
Wars?
yeah.
Guys? Star Wars, Star Wars. Star Wars, Star Wars.
Guys.
I'm a fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
That'll be it, though. Thanks for
Bye.
watching, everybody. We'll talk to you guys later this week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.